Athletes can be tested anytime, anywhere, with no advance notice, as part of an anti-doping program. Step 1. Notification of selection for a test. Athletes can be notified of selection for a test by a doping control officer, DCO, or chaperone authorised by UKAD or the relevant international federation or major event organiser. The athlete is responsible for providing suitable identification to the chaperone or DCO. This could be a passport or driving licence. It is the athlete's responsibility to stay in full view of the DCO or chaperone from the moment they are notified until completion of sample collection process. An athlete may be accompanied by a representative and an interpreter. Step 2. Reporting for sample collection. Athletes then report to the doping control station as soon as they have been notified. Under certain circumstances, an athlete may request a delay in reporting to the doping control station. Step 3. Urine sample provision. When the athlete is ready, they provide their sample. The athlete should remain in the doping control station until they are ready to do so. Athletes then select a sealed sample collection vessel, check that it is empty, clean, and the seal is intact. They can choose another sample collection vessel if in any doubt. The DCO or chaperone observing the sample provision will be the same gender as the athlete. For some athletes, those under 18 for example, there may be an additional person observing the DCO or chaperone. The athlete must remove enough clothing so that the DCO can have an unobstructed view of urine leaving the body. As much urine as possible should be passed into the vessel, but there has to be at least 90 millilitres. Anything less than 90 millilitres will be treated as a partial sample, and the athletes will be required to remain until they've provided the minimum amount. The athlete then divides the sample between the A sample and B sample bottles and tightly fastens them. The DCO will check the specific gravity of the sample to ensure the urine is not too dilute for the laboratory to conduct its tests. If it is, it could result in the athlete having to provide another sample. Step 4. Recording and certifying the information for samples. The bottle numbers are recorded on the doping control form, and the athlete checks the information is correct. The athlete's name does not appear on the documentation going to the laboratory with the samples. At this point, the athlete will be invited to declare any supplements or medication taken during the past 7 days, include any comments they have on the experience on the doping control form, and confirm if they give consent for their sample to be used in anonymous research. Step 5. Transferring the samples to the laboratory. Once the samples are placed in a security-sealed transit bag, they are sent to a WADA accredited laboratory for analysis. A secure chain of custody is maintained during the transport. Along with the sample, the laboratory receives an anonymised copy of the doping control form that contains information only relevant to the analysis. Step 6. Analysis. Once the sample arrives at the laboratory, the A sample is opened. The B sample is stored and is only used later if necessary. The lab conducts its analysis and then reports the results to UKAD or the relevant testing authority.